All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to Oscar Buzz, and it is time for some Emmys conversation. It is our final Emmys predictions. We've done this for a couple months now. We've been building up, and they are now in 2 days, so it should be a lot of fun. We have Thomas joining on the Emmy side for the first time. Obviously,
Yeah,
regular here. You've probably seen him around.
probably.
And then we got Jack joining over from Oscar Film Forecast. Been on the channel frequently. And then returning for more Emmy stuff, we got Adriano.
Hello. How you doing?
So Sam couldn't be here today, but we're just gonna go through all these. We have a lot of categories to go through, so we'll have a fun time. Hello everybody in chat. You can give us your opinions, what you think that we're wrong at, which is probably gonna be a lot of things. Let's be honest, it's the Emmy nominations, so should be a fun time. But let's just go ahead and jump into the first of many here. We got, that's not the correct one. Comedy series.
There we go.
Comedy series. Okay. So if we're looking at our options here, I think that there's a pretty clear top 5 right here.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
And where are we all feeling as far as winners? I'm leaning towards Abbott right now. Obviously, we're not predicting winners, but
I say Abbott just because, like, I've noticed from people I've talked to that, like, the whole quality drop is not, like, just some critics thing for Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
Like, people have noticed.
Yeah, I also think Abbott could get some extra wins, which could help it. Like, it could build up that momentum in getting these win categories, which we'll get to later, which could then see the whole series be honoured as a general thing as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's Abbott. Honestly, I would probably have the Bear at number 2.
I was going to ask about
Ted Lasso.
I don't know. Ted Lasso is still very popular amongst a lot of Emmy members, I'm sure. Yeah. So I'd still say Ted Lasso. It does have a chance. So I'd still keep it number 2.
Yeah. I think the Bear could maybe win, though. I think those are the only 3 that could win.
Sure. I mean, if there was a 3, I would say it's the Bear. But
yeah.
I mean, I do think, like, nobody thinks it's a comedy. Like, you know what I mean?
No.
Right. Yeah. Because, like, even if we're going to talk about, like, a push from the second season, that push from the second season, people like, oh, this comedy show just had a second season. Like, that second season was so...
Yeah.
That category placement is just wild. But anyways, they're the clear top 3. And then I feel pretty good about Only Murders in Barry. Like, I really don't see
those
the...
are
probably. I mean, Barry's last series as well, so they'll want to win it.
Yeah, but Barry's still, like, at least, like, really funny. And, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And then Maisel, we kind of talked about this one in our last video a month ago. And, like, Maisel, like, it feels like it should happen again. Like, it just would. But also, I can see a world where it slips. Where are we feeling on this?
I think it'll get in there. I think final season, I think I'll get a good amount of acting nominations. I think it's a pretty solid 6 here.
Yeah. I think there are enough spaces where this sort of just slips in as a sort of thing that it's just there. But, like, no one's really passionate about it. It's not going to be winning anything, but it's still around.
Like, did anybody watch the most recent season?
Probably enough.
I think enough people.
Yeah. I think I have it at 6, but I think The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel could be one of the biggest, like, signs that this voting system, like this new voting system that we have, could, like, be a game changer. Because, like, again, you can't have, like, people just checking anything off at random. It's like if a voter was like, I didn't watch Maisel this season, they're not going to vote for it this time.
Yeah.
It's not going to get those, like, 3 or 4 supporting nominations over the 2 categories. And, like, so I agree, but I feel comfortable enough having it in for now.
Yeah.
And then these last slots, I almost feel better about Shrinking at 7.
Yeah, that's what I have at 7.
I have that at 7 too, but I could very much see a miss.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big show here, like, same creator behind Ted Lasso, so there is going to be love for it amongst Emmy voters. So yeah, I'm fairly confident this does get on.
And then what do we got for last slot? I'm on the Poker Face train, but I can see Wednesday happening. What We Do in the Shadows is always there.
I have What We Do in the Shadows, even though deep down, I think Poker Face is getting nominated. I just don't know who to take out.
Like, could it be Maisel even? Like, imagine if
Oh, it
Maisel
could be
should
Maisel. It could be. There's a
Poker
part of me
Face,
that's like, what if I just make the move and take out Maisel and put in Poker Face?
right.
I just don't know what to do. I think this is such a solid case for shrinking and Shadows and Maisel. But I know, deep down in my stomach, I know it's Poker Face.
Yeah, I've got Poker Face. I'm really only between Poker Face and What We Do in the Shadows. I think.
Yeah, I don't think Wednesdays. No.
It was very popular,
Yeah.
but I think most of the audience it's popular with is not the people voting in the Academy. I think it's a younger group.
I agree, but Netflix has.
They don't have anything else here.
They've crushed it with Wednesday. They really have. So I do think it's, even though it's like firmly number 10, I think it's like we should still be worried.
It's still possible.
And it's also their top push here, which, to be fair, same for Peacock and same for Amazon with Maisel as far as in the comedy categories.
Yes.
But they do a lot with the boys.
But Amazon has, I can tell you, Amazon has not really put their back into Maisel because they've been so prioritized with the boys and even to an extent Daisy Jones that honestly I think I've received like 3 emails about Maisel.
So like I feel like we're almost leaning, like I feel like none of us want to do it, but we're all leaning towards taking Maisel out and having Shrink or Poker.
No, I'd keep it in. I'd keep
it in, but like I will be, man, I know I'm saying I'm not gonna be surprised, but I will be if it misses. But at the same time, I'm definitely anticipating it more than I feel like maybe I should.
Yeah.
I feel like there's still enough of a base there. I'd go for Poker Face for the last one. I just think you look at Wednesday, it had its moment. It's not really talked about anymore. What We Do in the Shadows, does it have that viewer base? Potentially, but Poker Face just to me is the one that stands out as perhaps the most talked about.
What We Do in the Shadows could also be a show that suffers from the new voting system, I will say.
Yeah.
Because it always had like a number 8 in both of its years of nomination.
And there's more competition this year than I think there have been in past years. And I just think Poker Face has more nomination potential, whereas What We Do in the Shadows would probably just be a writing nom. And
series. Oh yeah,
I don't like. It feels wrong just doing top 8 Gold Derby. Like that doesn't feel right.
It does.
I think it does. I think it does.
No, I mean it does. Like this is my personal 8, but like it I don't know.
Well, I mean, if you're kind of like, because like I do think this is like the quote unquote consensus 8, but at the same time, I don't think anybody's agreeing that like this is easily the 8.
Yeah,
I mean, this is not even my 8.
Yeah, I mean, like again, I feel really really good about this top 5. And then I genuinely could see any combination of these 3 shows getting in.
Yeah.
But I got to ring the bell again. Don't be surprised if Wednesday shows up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
I hate to be that. I mean, I like the show, I'll be honest. But also, I'm watching Dead to Me Season 3 right now. It's a good season. People lie to me.
Yeah, I hadn't heard good things, but yeah.
Yeah. All right, should we move on?
I also want to say Jury Duty, like 1% chance. It's very popular, but I think just maybe it sneaks in because there's a lot of buzz about it.
I have heard a lot. Okay, let's move on before we do too much with this. Now, 5 in comedy actress. So obviously Quinta's
easy. Obviously,
yeah. Obviously Quinta.
Yes.
Rachel, even if Maisel doesn't happen, she's still happening for sure. Well,
if they really,
probably.
My answer is yes, but if they really want to say no to Maisel, like remember when Sterling missed for This Is Us, like
I guess, but true. I don't think This Is Us is a Maisel level.
Yeah, I think if Mrs. Maisel was received poorly, I think it'd be a different thing. I think just it wasn't received.
I guess that's true.
Like I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel very confident.
So then Natasha Leone, like I have Natasha in. Do we all have Natasha in?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think to warrant the Poker Face in comedy series, I think
even if Poker Face misses, I think she would get in. To be honest,
probably.
I agree with that.
And then
I think Ortega is number 2.
Yeah.
You think she's number 2?
I think she's definitely in there.
Okay.
I think she's more solidified than like Applegate and Rosnahan and Leon.
Yeah. I honestly have Applegate at 5.
I have Applegate at 5 too. I hate easy 5s, man. I hate them so much.
I know.
But
I feel like Selena could have
I'd have Elle Fanning before Selena.
You think the Great? I think the Great will be just blank.
She's already been nominated, unlike Selena.
She has, but the Great came and went.
It did. Yeah.
And Selena was like kind of the focal point of this season of Only Murders,
Right.
and B, it just doesn't feel right that they're just going to keep nominating and loving this show, and like they just keep on ignoring her. And like there was definitely an uproar when she missed last year. Not a big one, but it exists, especially from Steve Martin. And I don't have her in just kind of out of default. But I think she's gonna happen on Wednesday. Just I don't know who to pick out.
Applegate could make sense to miss.
She could. It would be a little cold blooded, but she could miss.
I also I think she'll happen. I am not like head over heels confident about Jenna Ortega though. Like I think that there's a world where she misses.
I definitely potentially, but she's very much the face of that show, and if that show has any support, it will be for Jenna Ortega. Therefore,
I guess that's true. Yeah.
And she's definitely like kind of the woman of the moment in a way. She's definitely an girl right now. But I will say it does kind of feel like other than Quinta, any one of these women can be like a weird, shocking snub.
Yeah. No, Quinta's the only one.
That.
I could genuinely see even though I feel really good about Natasha Lyonne, she could miss though if they just don't like poker. Like what if they just don't go for Poker Face? It would be weird,
but it's possible.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. It's weird. It's weird. Also,
my official prediction is that Selena Gomez is getting in. I just don't know who to take out, so this is my 5.
Right. Again, the safe 5, but
it's rough that there's only 5 because if there were 6 spots like usually, they should just have a set 6. But
it's so silly. I was counting because I got the ballots like the day.
It was so close.
I got the ballots like a couple days before they came out, so I was like doing the early counts, and I just screamed when I realized like
5.
that we had to remove for both comedy actor and comedy actress. I said, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I was so pissed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Also, to answer your question, Scavenger, I am going to Tiff.
Yes, I was just gonna say Adriano's going. I will hopefully in a few years when I have money.
Yeah.
All right. So let's move on to comedy actor, which this feels even more uncomfortably safe.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, who do we have winning? Because I am leaning towards Jeremy at this point.
I have him leading Jeremy.
I think the series 2, did massively help him. I mean, I could still see if the voting base for Ted Lasso is still just as strong, maybe stronger than we were expecting, he could easily win. Jason Sudeikis could easily win, but I think let's go for the obvious choice.
Let's go for the
better
choice.
Yeah.
This is the correct 5. This is not my predicted 5.
Do you have a Martin missing?
I do have a Martin missing for.
I've toyed around with it. Yeah,
it's wrong. I know I'm wrong, but
you might be right.
I need to justify my shrinking prediction, but also I don't trust Easy. I don't trust it. But at the same time, that's now me predicting 2 of the Only Murders guys missing. So that doesn't sound right at all. So this is the easy 5, but I don't know, man. I feel like we're gonna hear Siegel's name in some shape or form on.
I've genuinely toyed around with the idea, because again, I hate how easy this feels. I hate it because it should never be this easy, and
it never is. It never is.
Exactly.
This voting body. I know the Oscars can be, even though it's rare, they can be. This is never easy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Although I think the love for Only Murders is sort of equivalent to the love for Shrinking, if not more. So I don't know. I'd say it's fine to just keep both of them in. Because the other thing is, if we predict one of them to be out, who knows which one that is? Like, it could genuinely be either of them to be snubbed.
I have Martin Short out just because the show still kind of feels like Steve Martin's show, even though I know it's like an ensemble, but like it's more his thing. But I don't know.
I think the other concerning thing is like if voters like Only Murders, I don't know why they wouldn't
do both.
For both of them. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can make a case. Again, I think I'm wrong, but I can make a case for like, again, they have to, unlike last year where they can vote for 2 and also 80 others in one ballot. They have no choice but to vote for 5.
Yeah.
So they could be like, I'm going to vote for one of the Martins, and then I'll also vote for Jason Segel, or also vote for Nicholas Hoult or Donald Glover.
I just don't know if there's that much of a consensus around like which one they would.
Yeah.
As
I don't
you
know. I
say,
feel like
it
you'd
just
either
feels
vote for
like-
both or you'd vote for neither of them. But I think there'll be enough people voting for both where it doesn't really matter.
I know I'm with you though, Adriano, and that like I just because the top 3 is so safe, and the fact that it's the 2 of them are in the same show are the last 2 slots that are the safe ones. Like if they were just in different shows or there was another person that wasn't like locked in at the top, then like it's such an awkward category. But again, I hate just doing the safe picks over and over again. But I said this is like objectively the correct 5 to predict.
Yes.
But
like if this isn't the lineup, like I'm not going to be like, haha, I told you so. It's like, no,
right.
You were right to predict this.
Yeah. No, Nathan agrees with you there. Maybe with the new voting system, the picks could be more predictable.
Potentially.
Yeah. Once again, if there were 6 spots here, it would be easy.
Yeah.
Well,
Jason Segel just does. It feels like he could happen.
Yeah. Who's the Steve Martin and Martin Short of this channel? I don't know. I don't know enough about them. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jack's is Selena Gomez, either way.
Jack's the Selena Gomez.
Okay.
And I'm Nathan Lane.
You're Nathan Lane. What does that make Sam? I don't know.
Jane Lynch.
Jane Lynch. Sam is Jane Lynch. That makes sense. Okay, let's move on. Okay, supporting actress. So this is a fun one because there's 7, which makes it quite interesting. But Sheryl Lee Ralph, you imagine, is safe.
Yeah.
As are this top 4.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I'd rather Janelle James be winning over Sheryl Lee Ralph, but I feel like one of the Abbott people will win, and it just looks like the tides has turned in favor of Sheryl Lee Ralph. So, yeah.
Yeah, this
actually have Io winning.
Ooh,
I think she could. She's
that's
having
a
great. She's having a great summer. I think it could be similar to last year, where there's vote splitting between Ted Lasso and Abbott. I think if an Abbott person wins, it will be Sheryl Lee Ralph. We see in the comedy series, once they pick someone in supporting, like with Modern Family, they usually stick with the same performance rather than switching over to someone else. But I think there's a chance for Io to sneak up there if there's vote splitting. She's the only Bear one.
Love that, but I don't. I feel like it would be for next year.
Yeah, I don't know if the Bear is going to win 2 acting categories.
I mean, Io's having quite the past couple months with this and Ninja Turtles, and like I think you should leave.
Bottoms,
she also she could be getting a nomination for writing What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah.
Like she's
guest actress.
Yeah, I'd put her number 2. Definitely.
She's got herself like she'll definitely have attention on her. I see the possibility for an upset, even if I think it's Sheryl.
Yeah,
I mean, again, I'd love that. I'd be fine throwing her up to number 2, even.
Yeah, I would do that because I don't like Waddingham. Obviously, is going to get nominated. I don't know if really she's still going to win. Like Jason Sudeikis could still win. It could still win comedy series. I don't think she would still come along with it though.
So
also,
then
they dumped her character, so I don't really think she's winning.
Yeah. So then Alex Borstein feels safer.
Yeah. Probably. I mean, if we're still going for it in drama series,
as long as
she's a standout on the show, and especially in the final season. So
she's my number 6. I have Lisa Ann above her.
I was gonna say Lisa Ann's my 6. So
there's no part of me thinks she's missing this year. Like honestly,
no, I really don't think it's like she had moments this year, and if we think that the show is winning and it has that kind of support, I don't know why it wouldn't happen.
Yeah, 100%.
And then I'm leaning towards Jessica Williams.
I have Sarah Goldberg.
I would go Sarah Goldberg as well. I don't think it'll be Juno Temple, just because I do think the love for Ted Lasso in general is fading, and her storyline was not, as someone said in the comments, was not received very well at all. So, there's that. But I do think Sarah Goldberg is more likely, just because I think Barry has a lot more support than Shrinking as a whole.
Yeah.
I know Sarah missed last year, but I think that's like, first of all, she was nominated for season 2, so like clearly they admire the performance.
They don't hate her.
Yeah. And I think that was like last year, people kind of like look at how Barry performed in terms of wins last year and kind of went like, oh, do they still like the show? And I'm like, the show got 8 above the line nominations. I still love the show. They just like Ted Lasso more. And I think that was kind of what happened last year with Sarah Goldberg, that Ted Lasso got a lot of blind check marks, and Sarah was just the unfortunate, the one who got left out for that.
Yeah. I think the new voting system helps her too, because I think she's a passion pick. I think if you only have 7 spots, you're going to fit her in there. Whereas last year, you could write down all the Ted Lasso people.
You don't think that Jessica Williams could also fit that role though? If
she could too. I think
totally.
She would be my 8. Yeah. I just have a little more. I think Goldberg was an acting standout in this final season.
It's also worth mentioning we're leaving off SNL here, and I think we're going to be doing the same in supporting actor, just because between only 7 slots and the new voting system, it really doesn't feel like the SNL just lock is going to happen.
And who watches SNL these days still?
Right. It's also been off air for a while because of the strike.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I think there is only one person who can survive this voting system, and we'll get to him as supporting actor.
Yeah. But okay, if you guys are more leaning towards hey John.
Just to point out, John, just for John, I'm gonna punch you in the face anyway when you come to Toronto. When I pick you up, I'm gonna punch you still. Spitefully.
For YouTube, for monetization, he will not be doing that allegedly. Okay.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. So I'm fine with throwing in Sarah Goldberg. If I'm outvoted there, but I don't know. I do agree. It's gonna be a passion choice. So recorded Adriano causing problems. Can't invite you back now. I don't know. All right. So okay, I'm fine with Sarah Goldberg. I'm fine with going Sarah Goldberg here. Okay, supporting actor. This is interesting because I have Harrison Ford number 1 still.
Same.
I think that's seeming like the content. Like I've seen most people predicting Harrison Ford, which does worry me slightly that potentially this is the thing that people just want to happen that won't actually happen, and it will go to someone like Tyler James Williams or Brett Goldstein in shows that just have more love. I can see potential in that, but the narrative fits Ford. People seem to want to vote for him. He would be a passion sort of pick. So I feel fine with doing it.
Yeah. Right. And I think that's just an easy performance to get behind, and in my opinion, not the best, but it's of this lineup, even though he's terrific, I think it's arguably the easiest one to get behind.
Yeah. Tyler James Williams, he's great in Abbott, but that's usually not the kind of performance that they go for in this category.
No, it's not the most comedic performance in general, Tyler James Williams.
But he's getting nominated.
He's number 2.
He's 2.
Yeah. It isn't big, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's not that Harrison Ford is big necessarily, but he has the name. And I feel like you either need the name or you need to be doing a lot.
He has the moments where he's big.
He does have moments,
It's just, I don't know. It feels different. It feels different than
it does. I don't think we're dealing with like a Jeremy Allen White, but it's definitely a big one. Big to an extent.
Yeah.
Goldstein and the Barry Boys feel like they're just happening as well.
Yes.
I don't know why they wouldn't.
But
Henry Winkler feels iffy, but I think Kerrigan definitely.
Yeah, I'd say put him.
I think there are enough spots where they both just get in.
I think so.
I have Henry above Anthony just because I do not think they would dare snub Henry Winkler.
No,
but
I just in terms of performance, I think Kerrigan was much better this season.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree that he was better, but I think they're both in. So honestly, I can either or.
Yeah.
Right, for sure.
For me.
And then these last 2 slots. So we talked about Bo and Yang a little bit, that he would be the one to survive. I don't think he will.
I don't think he will, but I do think that he has genuine passion behind him. It's not like people going, let's just vote for Keenan. You know what I mean? I think people genuinely respect Bowen on this show. Do I think he will get in this year? No, but I do think that he is very, very possible still.
Yeah. So he's seeing a lot of love for Eben Musbachrock.
Yeah, I think he's getting in.
Yeah, I'd go with him number 6, to be honest.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Really, I've just seen the Bear. There's enough support there. He will just come along with it. I don't understand why people would watch Bear and then not go for him if you're going for Jeremy Allen White. He just feels like part of that core trio, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I think the reason is he might get bumped out.
Just because it's really, this is a really tight category because Nick, it's interesting how Phil Dunster has almost become more of a thing since even just like a couple weeks ago. People have gotten way more behind him as an idea. And then we're looking over him right now, but like Tony Shalhoub is still there for Maisel.
I have
Yeah, he'll still get in, I think. Yeah.
But as you said, this will be a test of the voting system. Will he get dropped in?
Totally, but if I'm going with what I'm predicting right now, I don't really see why Tony would miss if I'm predicting that the voting system works in Maisel's favor.
Yeah. I feel like Ted Lasso, the two people from Ted Lasso, will be more likely to be the ones that are bumped out due to this new voting system.
Yeah.
So I would honestly just go, Tony Shalhoub, Ebon as
I have the top 7 here.
Well, I have Chris Perfetti at 7.
Oh,
I want that to happen. If there were 8 spots,
I also want that 7. Yeah.
That again, I think Abbott's is going to be not necessarily the nomination leader, just because it's not going to do great below the line. Because why would it? But I do think that in terms of above the line, I do think it's going to be the leader above the line. And because I do think that just nobody dislikes the show, like nobody, like everyone is in love with it. So it's so easy to love. And I do think Chris Perfetti will come along this time around.
I like the idea of him of Abbott getting 2 noms here over Ted Lasso.
Yeah, I don't think compared to Lisa Ann Walter, like Lisa Ann Walter has that one episode where she's with the kid with the reading issues and all that. I don't know if Chris Perfetti has that like standalone or like standout episode per se.
Story
Maybe he'll
Samurai
get next season.
Well, he's very good in that, but I don't know if
Story Samurai.
I just think Ebon's role in general is more conducive to a nomination than someone like Chris Perfetti, who he's a very good performer. He's very good in the role, but it's not like a role people are going to be clamoring to nominate, even if they really love Abbott. I don't know if they'll still be voting for him.
I won't argue with Ebon. If y'all want to put, I would say, put that at 7. I get it, but I'm just saying I have Perfetti in. I won't be surprised if Ebon gets in. I won't be surprised if Phil Dunster or Nick Mohammed gets in.
Yeah, I mean, it could just be one of the Ted Lasso people.
It could just be Ted Lasso. Yeah. I'm fine with going Ebon. Again, don't love just going top 7. And I really do like the idea of Perfetti, but I feel like I'm in the middle, and Jack and Thomas, you guys seem more in on Ebon.
Yeah.
So what I would be able to honestly see maybe happening is like if Tony Shalhoub and Perfetti misses, I could really see Ebon or Phil Dunster getting in, like for sure, being those last 2 slots.
I mean, like both of them getting in, because again, I don't think Shalhoub is a lock.
No.
No. Like if Miss Maisel falls, I think he would probably be the last one hanging, but he could still fall.
Right. Yeah. Potentially. All right, let's go on with it. Guest actress. So this is a weird one. I mean, Taraji feels obvious.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, again, Quinta feels like it would happen. Anybody else that we feel really good about that isn't expected?
So
Cherry Jones, I think
Shirley MacLaine and Io Berry are totally in.
Oh yeah, Io definitely.
Io. I was going to bring up Io.
I would put that at 5 actually.
I'm fine with that.
Just because it's SNL.
Yeah.
And then Cherry Jones, I agree. I think is in.
Yeah, I think that I know a lot of people have Judith Light, but I do want to point out that the episode that was submitted for both writing and directing was Cherry Jones's episode, and it's arguably the best one. So
definitely,
I would say that one.
And then I'm leaning towards Harriet Walter.
Why?
Yeah, I think it'll be one of the Ted Lasso people.
She didn't do much this season, though.
But
Sarah Niles did
the actress who played her.
I have
Sarah Niles did nothing.
There she is. I have Becky Baker, and she
would be. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it is one of the 3. I don't know which one, but I do think it'll be one of the 3.
I'm fine with going Becky if you guys feel better about that.
I'm happy with
that.
So,
if you don't know, Becky Ann Baker played Ted Lasso's mom.
Yeah, she had more to do. Definitely.
Yeah. If Sarah Niles got in, I would be like, no.
I don't. She's in 2 scenes. I don't.
And she one of them? She doesn't say. She goes woo, and that's it.
Yeah, that would be wild.
That would be one of the worst nominations possible.
Yeah. Agreed. But no, I like this list.
Do we think that if someone besides Quinta got in for SNL, who are we thinking?
Could
For guest
oh,
actress,
I
I'm
mean,
thinking either Aubrey Plaza, because they submitted
my thought
everybody
was
except for,
Plaza.
Yeah.
Plaza, or maybe
Potentially.
or maybe Jenna Ortega, or
That was the
I guess
other
probably
thought.
Shannon. I'm just asking because they submitted literally everybody except for Anna de
yeah,
Armas.
they did.
Yeah.
Which is out of pocket, but okay.
I know. I don't know why
Weird.
they. Yeah.
She was
good.
good. Like,
Yeah.
My thought was either Aubrey Plaza or Jenna Ortega, just because I feel like they have the most, and that, at least from what I saw, were some of the most talked about episodes. At least.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
and they were really good.
Yeah, for sure. All right, guest actor. So here, I mean, Nathan Lane,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we feel good about, and then there's lots of SNL here, but I feel
I'm
like
only gonna
Leslie,
put one in, I think. Just
I
one.
also only put one in.
I would
yeah,
go with the Martins, but Pascal's
agree,
also
Martins.
possible.
I mean,
Yeah.
Pedro, yeah, he's a very popular figure, so like they
I
could
have
potentially-
John Bernthal at number 2 for the Bear.
I have him there as well.
I'm fine
Yeah,
with
I
that.
feel like
I
he'd
want,
be
I
in.
want
He's-
Leslie in. Like,
he's
and
Oh yeah,
last
Leslie,
of
I
the
think we can
final.
get in. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely Leslie.
And then do we want Adrian, Luke Kirby, and then an SNL? Is that where we're at?
Adrian makes sense because it's the first episode. Just in terms of guest actors who stand out to me personally in that show would be Nick Nolte. But
That's what I have.
I want to
Okay.
put him in there, but I don't know. Adrian Brody, it does kind of make more. He's the first episode. I don't know. I'm between both of them.
What did they submit? What episodes did they submit?
It was
Or you
the
said
Cherry Jones.
Yeah,
Nick
the Cherry
Nolte.
Jones. Yeah.
So yeah, it would be
So-
Nick Nolte. Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, going by the same logic as actress, then yeah, I'm fine with that. And then Luke Kirby.
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
Probably.
It just-
I'll say yes, but he's only in the
He's not in
finale.
much.
He shouldn't be that high.
He has
shouldn't
a
be that
good
high.
moment.
He does. Honestly, it should be Hank Azaria.
It should
Coming
be.
up.
Absolutely. But
I'll also
But-
throw Sam Richardson's name out there, though.
Okay.
yeah.
For SNL, I mean,
Martins.
I'm leaning
Yeah.
Martins.
Yeah.
I think it
Sure.
makes
You
more
get to
sense.
vote for
I would-
two people for one, which is kind of
That
cheating.
is true.
But
It's
I don't
weird.
get it,
yeah.
but hey,
yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked if it's Pedro, though.
I mean, I
Just-
could very
yeah.
easily see being Pedro. Yeah, I'd even be personally maybe even predicting Pedro, but I think the consensus is Martin. So.
Oliver Platt's also great on the Bear.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
think
he's
that'll
Oh
phenomenal.
yeah.
I swear to God, if they do this, I swear
They're
to
not
God.
going to do that.
No.
The
They
backlash
could.
would be.
they could.
I swear to God.
They
They could.
won't.
They
They won't.
probably could.
They
Controversy
definitely
seems to elude them, but
Oof. That would be a choice and a half. All right, that's it for comedy. Obviously, there's directing and writing, but Gold Derby doesn't have them, and I don't want to search through all the
much
episodes. So
harder
we'll
to-
just
Yeah.
we'll just talk about those when we get to winner predictions after
Yes,
the nominees
yeah.
come out. All those types of things. So okay,
Yeah.
let's
Just
look
put
at
it
the
number
drama
one.
now.
Just put it.
Yeah,
number
let's
one.
just
Yeah, there you go.
we're going to
It's
be seeing
winning.
a lot of this up there. I mean,
Yeah.
I got to talking to HBO is the funniest thing because every time I'm on the phone with them, I'm always like with drama, I'm like, who cares? You're winning.
yeah.
Like you're gonna
It's-
win. You
yeah.
know that, right? You
Yeah.
have even if you somehow lose, it's gonna be for you guys. Like,
Yeah.
No, I mean they have top three. I am feeling Last of Us over White
I
Lotus
think
right
that's
now.
number 2.
I think
that
Last
could
of Us
win
is more
direct.
likely to win. Yeah.
I have Last
But-
of Us above White Lotus, but like either or.
It doesn't
I would-
matter.
I would
Like, this
say
is
I
the
mean,
obvious
neither of them.
numbers.
Yeah. Yeah. I also Better Call Saul. I think it's fairly clear for a nomination. So like,
Locked.
it's probably 4.
Yeah.
And then we get some potentially interesting stuff. I like The Crown here.
It'll get in. They'd like it enough for it to
Yeah.
not miss.
Yeah. I also
It's not
think
gonna
Yellow
win anything
Jackets.
big, but
Yeah. I just think Yellow Jackets' reception to Series 2 is not negative enough for it to drop out. Like,
I
I
wouldn't
will
have it at
say
6,
with-
but
Yeah.
I have Andor above Yellow Jackets just because
I
unlike
agree.
the Crown, that's been like kind of their baby for like the entire run. Whereas Yellow
Mhm.
Jackets, they've only been with it for one season. Like they can drop
They
it.
can
if
drop
want
it.
to.
Yeah.
they could.
That's why I would
No,
say Andor
I-
above Yellow Jackets.
I agree that I think Andor's strong and then Yellow Jackets. Also, by the way, yes, it is
So good.
Yes.
just my
Hot take.
Is water wet?
yeah.
It's fire hot.
Actually, Is Water Wet would probably be a more controversial thing
Yeah,
to debate
that is
than Is
actually. I
Succession
should have
good.
said that. That's a
Yeah.
question.
More people will argue with that than Is Succession good. So then last one. Adriano, you've kind of been winning me over.
Where is it?
It's all the way down here.
That is ludicrous. That is the most
Slow
moronic.
Horses being above it is wild.
That is who watches Slow Horses. I know someone who watches Slow Horses, and even they're like, who watches Slow Horses?
I watched it, but I don't know.
God,
It's not getting in.
I can say someone who's been following so intently that no show has been pushed harder than The Boys, and it's not a race.
Yeah. No, I've got the emails. Like
It's a lot.
I could show you my if I went on my email and I searched Amazon, it's like one email per show, a couple of Daisy Jones, a couple of Mark Maisels, and then just boom, the boys. It's ridiculous. To the point where, as someone who loves the show, I'm like, please shut up.
Yeah, they're campaigning the hell out of it. And like, there's House of the Dragon. I think Adriano, you brought up this point before. Like, it's been a second, and HBO has 3 other priorities.
Yeah, and also the submissions kind of made me go, oh,
The submissions are weird.
They're kind of like almost surrendering it in a way. Like, which I guess makes sense. They have 3 other guarantees that might as well. Like they're clear in this category. But like, The Boys also came out a while ago, but like that show's a recent resurgence. I'm sure you guys have noticed.
Yeah.
Whereas
everywhere.
House of the Dragon has remained kind of gone.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it's obviously not going to be Yellowstone. Yellowstone's literally only gotten a production design nomination 2 years ago, and that is it. That is literally the only time they've ever nominated.
Anyone who's predicting Yellowstone has lost my respect.
For anything.
Wild,
It's not getting a nomination above the line. Like, it's getting nothing. It's
but Kevin
Yellowstone.
Costner won the Globe. Shut up. No one cares.
Yeah.
It's not important. I don't know.
No.
It's a popular show. I don't know why it's never happened, but it's just not going to.
If it's never, it's never. Yeah.
Then there's The Mandalorian. Which
That's not
really
happening with Andor.
off.
Andor's there already.
Andor is the clear Star Wars choice and Disney choice. So I really do think it's between The Boys and House of the Dragon.
I'll throw Handmaid's Tale's name in there.
Handmaid's Tale as well. Yeah, that'd be a similar shout to The Boys.
And I will also just say I can see Andor just missing if they just don't want to do Star Wars in general, and maybe 2 of these get again.
I can see Yellow Jackets missing too.
I can see Yellow Jackets.
Well, I think 6 or 7, like that we've got, either of those could miss in favor of stuff. I mean, I'd be very happy to go for something like The Boys over House of Dragon, just because personally I preferred The Boys, and that's like I'm sure a lot of people would be in the same boat. Like House of Dragon was received well, but it wasn't like received
I don't think anybody hated the show, but I definitely, even though it was popular, people watched the hell.
People watched it. There was not passion.
Yeah, I know that's kind of it. People
and
watched
with this
it
new voting,
like, oh my god, I need to get on this. And it feels like it just kind of disappeared once it was over.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing is there could be a respect for the House of Dragon. I mean, it is a big show, big production, big all of that kind of thing. So there is a potential of that.
Yeah, I think House of the Dragon between the two has a lot more nomination potential, which is why I personally would probably put it in. But The Boys has gotten in a season in the past, even if it was during the COVID year. So it would be my number 9.
Yeah, I mean, I've been predicting The Boys since day 0. I have no choice but to stick with it.
Adriano's won me over a bit here. I kind of want to go with The Boys.
I mean, we've been doing a lot of the safer picks, so why not do it?
Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Also, again, just for variety, doing 1923.
I don't think the Academy watches any of those shows.
For my sake, I'm going to keep my mouth shut on that comment. But...
moving on. I like this list. But we'll see. Taking a swing. Into Sarah Snook's Emmy.
Another nod. Just give it the win.
100%.
Yep.
It's over.
Oh, I'm so happy. About that. Melanie probably will happen, even if Yellow Jackets does end up getting snubbed for some reason.
I mean, I'd say Bella Ramsey is more of a surefire bet to be nominated, though, to be honest.
Yeah, they're definitely.
I can accept that answer, but if Yellow Jackets gets a single nomination, it's her.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. Then Imelda probably.
Yeah, I don't think they've ever not nominated someone who played Elizabeth. So
yeah, I don't see much reason to predict Imelda snub.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it feels safe. It feels safe. Again, The Crown is just in this weird spot where it's like, yeah, people didn't like the most recent season, but why wouldn't it? I guess. Like,
I mean, it did well enough with the Winter Awards where I'm like,
Mhm.
yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
right.
And I liked, honestly, it's I think it's definitely a massive downgrade from season 4, but I still like season 5.
It wasn't terrible. It was probably the weakest season, but it's not
It's
like
the
it was a
weakest by
huge
miles.
downgrade.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the bars kind of set high for that show.
Yeah.
So my number 5 is actually Elizabeth Moss.
I would drop off Emma Darcy if we're not having House of Dragon in series. I don't think we need to put her in actress.
Emma Darcy kind of feels like oh, let's just nominate them so we can nominate something for House of the Dragon. But like, I can
Right.
definitely see them missing. Weirdly
It's
enough,
hard
I don't
'cause
think
they're-
so. I have them at 5.
Yeah, I have them there too.
Yeah.
They're not in the entire first 5 episodes, which I think does
Yeah.
maybe hurt.
That is
their
true, but
potential.
she's in the final 5. They're in the. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. They're in the final 5.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah. And they're the standout performance, I
Yeah.
think, of the final 5.
Yeah, I like, again, between Elizabeth and Emma, I do have both of them in. Because it just does feel kind of safe to go with that, and I do like having Elizabeth in, like she's gotten in before. And it feels like even if there isn't a passion for that show that much anymore, she would still slide in at that spot. But I don't know.
I feel like I'm predicting Elizabeth and Emma kind of for the same reason, where I'm like, yeah, they're the representation for a show I don't think is going to get nominated.
Yeah.
I'm doing something similar. I just don't have Elizabeth Moss. I have Carrie Mulligan for The Diplomat instead.
Carrie Russell.
I mean,
Carrie
Russell.
Yeah.
Carrie Mulligan, where'd that come from? Carrie Russell, another Carrie for The Diplomat. Yeah, I think The Handmaid's Tale didn't do very well in the Winter Awards. Elizabeth Moss has missed
Mhm.
her past seasons.
It did. It got nothing. Elizabeth got no nomination.
It kind of flopped. Yeah. So I don't
And
think
she's
this
missed
past
before.
season. Yeah. And The Diplomat was a pretty talked about show for a short period. I think there's respect for Carrie Russell. So
She's the best part of the show by miles.
Absolutely.
She's
No,
terrific.
I think Carrie Russell could very much get in. I'd be replacing it with Emma rather than Elizabeth. Like I'd keep Elizabeth in at like the number 6 or whatever. So
So I
yeah.
feel like the consensus between the four of us
consensus
is
does
just
seem to
to
be.
do the
Yeah.
to do the
probably,
consensus 6. But no, I agree. Carrie Russell could happen. I could also see maybe randomly Sharon Horgan happening.
I can see that. Yeah.
I've had some people DM me be like, "Oh, what about Bad Sisters?" And I'm like, if that, like, I've never seen it. I've heard unbelievable things about it.
I've
It's
heard it's
good.
really good.
It's good. And
I-
she's
Have you
a
seen it,
creative
Jeff?
force behind it too. Yeah.
Okay.
If
Yeah.
maybe if that show surprises us, then she can get in. But otherwise, I would say no.
I think she's a
Yeah.
showrunner on it. So yeah.
Yeah.
It's possible. I could definitely see it.
No, I think that those are really the only two alternates. It's not going to be Helen Mirren. Like, I think
No.
we're looking at.
No.
They
I
don't
think
like celebrities here as much as people think they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This whole idea
We're
that
looking
you're
at-
gonna, like, name drop, like,
Yeah.
kind of just blindly vote
Yeah.
for her because her name.
They're not
like,
the
that
golden
doesn't
vote,
happen.
so.
Like, okay, it happens, but like, there's a limit.
Right.
Yeah.
They aren't going to
Yeah.
do 1923. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Although
no,
I
it-
will laugh if that's like the first Yellowstone above the line.
if it's for 1923.
Because 1883, this is real, last year got more nominations than Yellowstone in its entire run,
Yeah.
which is the funniest
So-
thing in the world.
It's very funny.
Yeah. But no, I think the two alternates here are Carrie and Sharon, for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, cool. All right. Moving on to actor now. This is a weird one because we got
Yeah.
3 Succession boys up in
Yeah.
here. I have Kieran winning still.
Me too.
I've got Jeremy winning.
I've got Jeremy winning, so this is a
It just-
50-50.
Yeah.
I just think
It was
Jeremy
both
is
of them.
so much more the face of the show. I know I would
Yeah.
like Kieran to win. I think Kieran is better. I think Kieran is the standout in Series 4. I don't know if Emmy voters are really looking at that. I do think Jeremy Strong still has so many moments, so many Emmy
It's
clips.
still Kendall's story overall.
It is still Kendall's
He's
story
the main
overall, exactly.
character.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
show ends with him. It doesn't end
Yeah.
with Roman. Therefore, I just think Jeremy Strong is a slightly... It makes more sense for someone like Jeremy Strong to win.
It does, yeah.
I see what you guys are saying, but I also, like, I don't think anyone's gonna, like, anyone objects to Kieran in lead. And I
No.
do feel like as the season went on, the pendulum kind of shifted towards Kieran. And
Yeah.
like,
He has a lot
who
more
is-
moments.
Yeah. So even though I do think it's a toss up between the two, I actually feel a sense of confidence in Kieran.
I don't know. I was thinking
Maybe I think
Kieran
as well.
until episode 9 and 10, and I think episode 9 and 10 just cemented in my mind Jeremy Strong. This is why Jeremy Strong is so acclaimed
Yeah, but
for
the
this
first
role.
8 episodes of the show, and I know they submit specific episodes, but like Jeremy is doing a lot like more understated stuff for most of the season.
It's
Like-
brilliant, but
No, I mean it's brilliant for acting, but I'm just saying as far as like what's the most flashy that's going to catch voters' attention, it's very much Kieran has the most like moments throughout the season.
Yeah, I
it
think the
feels like.
finale might be what's most recently on their mind, though, which I think is
Yeah.
Jeremy Strong's episode.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Plus,
Regardless,
he's a previous winner, like they've gone for him before. I don't
Which
know.
is why I could see vote splitting, and then I think the beneficiary would be Pedro Pascal.
I think Bob would be the beneficiary.
I feel like
I
it'd be
just don't think
Bob.
they watched that show. I don't
I
think enough
think
people
Pedro
watch
is
that
better.
show.
They do watch it. It's just they like
They
other
don't like
shows.
it enough. It hasn't won a
No.
single thing.
I don't think Bob. I don't think Bob is ever going to win. I do think Pedro is probably more likely. Bob. I think easily they're both getting nominated. I don't think
Yeah,
both
yeah,
of these
those-
going to happen. Though.
Those four
I
are
think
just like
I was
They're
just gonna say like we can debate over like the order
The
of
winners,
these 4
yeah.
and the winners and whatever, but like it's so obvious that these 4 are happening that like we don't need to spend too much time on it until like 2 months from now when we'll all come back here and argue again about who's gonna win.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like I feel like obviously these 4 are happening.
Mhm.
And then I have Diego Luna.
me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Nice. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Diego Luna.
I think I'm gonna have him in.
Diego Luna screams Adam Scott to me, and I was like one of the only people predicting
Yes.
him last year,
Yeah.
and I was like, dog. It just kind of it makes sense.
The face of the show. Yeah.
Yeah, he could potentially. I know you're going to disagree with me. I would also put Brian Cox there. I just think the succession
don't
I
have
also
him.
want
support
Brian
is
Coxon.
crazy
Yeah.
high. Oh, okay. All right. So you're not disagreeing with me.
Adriano, where are you going?
I Jeff Bridges is what I have at number 5,
That's
6.
what I have
although
as
think
well.
he's
I have Bridges.
snubbable.
Okay, we're split again.
So wait,
I-
do Adriano and I think have the exact same
think
6
we
in
are-
order, and I think Jack and Thomas have the exact.
Do you
same
have
6 in
Brian
order.
Cox and who else? Diego Luna?
Yeah, probably.
That's what I
Because,
have.
Okay,
yeah.
Adrian, we just
We
have
got the same list.
my
we
my
just have
heart
the
will not
exact-
skip a beat if Brian Cox gets nominated and Jeff Bridges misses.
Yeah.
But again, new voting system. Last year,
Yeah.
100%.
That's true.
I had
Yeah.
probably had Brian Cox above Pedro last year.
right,
but-
but I don't know if they're going to name check all 3 when they only have 6. Like,
And
yes,
on top of that,
you can do 2, but
yes.
with-
And on
with
top of that,
only 6
nobody's gonna sacrifice Jeremy or Kieran for Brian. Like
No.
nobody's
No.
gonna do that.
But I
Yeah.
think enough people are still going to go for Brian. Like
I
they're
still
just
think
gonna
there's
go
enough.
for it.
Totally
just think it's-
possible, But I think this again, new voting system is not going to work against someone in a leading category with 2.5 episodes.
right, like it was already hard enough to get 3 leading nominations with the old system. Like that already like wasn't a thing that was like
I don't
irregular.
think it's ever
like,
happened before.
It's never happened.
3 people.
And that was with the old voting system. So with the new voting system that's going to be limiting votes, I don't know how that would happen.
This is
I
also
don't-
Succession, though. Like this is.
I
unprecedented
understand
Yeah,
that.
in terms
It's
of-
freaking
like,
Roy.
So
like if it was for anything, it would be Succession.
yeah,
And I think there
that's
might be a
six.
narrative like this is the last time you're going to do it. This is just for your whole series plus the 2 episodes you were in or whatever. Just give it to
Yeah.
Brian Cox. Like
possibly. But nothing much. It won't shock me at all if like he's like the first name announced. But for the time being, I'm going to say that it's a weird snub. Not weird, a justifiable snub.
yes, yeah, no, it'd be completely just. I don't think he deserves to get in here, but I just
I mean,
Yeah.
he's
I could
fantastic.
see
But
it.
he's not a lead.
Yeah. he's not a lead. He's not a lead.
And I will also shout out Anthony Starr because I will fight for that motherfucker till
Yeah,
the day I
I'm
die.
not. Yeah.
Absolutely should be nominated.
He's better
Watch
than
it.
everyone here.
Watch it just
Ye-
actually
yeah.
be Kevin Costner. This-
For what?
God.
I really hope Grumbles McGee does not get in.
yeah. But okay. So we're between Brian Cox and Jeff Bridges. I don't know.
And
Are
then
we
do you want to
all
do mine and Jack's winner for one, and then, or whatever? So do one of Jeremy Strong and Kieran Culkin, and then the other one of Brian Cox and Jeff Bridges. I feel like that's the most democratic way of going about this.
Sure. how are we going to divvy that up?
Yeah,
I don't know.
which one? I don't know.
I'm fine. No, like we don't have to submit. We can just agree to disagree here and leave the spot blank.
I'm willing, if we
screen.
have to make a consensus, I'm willing to say Brian Cox.
Yeah, if we go Kieran Culkin winning and then
Sure.
Brian Cox is, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a fair lineup.
Cool.
Also shout out to Patty Considine, who's incredible in that show.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
He just never happened. He just never
no
became a thing.
No,
it's like really weird in hindsight.
It's sad because he has great moments too. It's just
even like without Succession, he just never landed, which never really tracked him.
Yeah.
So just briefly, how the changes to the voting system. So it used to be basically unlimited. So like if there are 6 slots, you could just check off as many people as you wanted on the ballot up to a point.
Like it's like entirely possible under the old voting system to vote for every single submission in the category.
Yes, you could just vote for everybody. Insane. It was I didn't know if there was a limit of like a large number or whatever, but no, it was unlimited. So they give you the ballot of say like 300 people or whatever that you can vote for, and then you could vote for as many as you wanted, and then it was just within say there were 6 nominees, the 6 that got the most votes would get in. How they changed it is now this year, you're only allowed to vote for the amount of spots in the category. So if there are 6 nominees, you can only vote for 6 people. So it will cut down on somebody being like, oh, I really like the show, so I'm just going to vote for literally every single person on the ballot who's a part of the show, which is how you see random things like Sarah Niles get in last year. And like this year, they would actually have to just select, for supporting 7 people. And they couldn't just vote for everybody in the same show. So hopefully that clears everybody up.
It just encourages more thinking, essentially. This
system.
It encourages more active
being recognized.
Yeah.
Than White Lotus taking up 6 of like 8 spots or whatever.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right, moving on. That's a mess of a category. We got 8 here. So obviously Jennifer Coolidge, obviously Ray Seahorn, obviously DeBicki, obviously Plaza.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the top 4.
Right. Top 4. It's easy. We got recent film Twitter main character of the day for critiquing the Barbie marketing, J. Smith Cameron.
I didn't know about that.
How dare she?
I know.
How dare she have an opinion?
I know. Oh, women having opinions. We know Twitter hates that. But yeah, I think that she gets in. I know, Adriano, you're a bit more tentative.
Oh, no, I have her in. I have her at 6.
Okay, cool.
Well, okay, no, she's in. I think she's going to get nominated, even if I don't think she's like a lock, just because.
Right.
Again,
less to do.
But I do have Megan Fahey and Carol Burnett above her.
I definitely have Megan Fahey above her. She's
I have them all above Ricci. On that show. Yeah. And then I also think Leslie Manville happens.
Man, I'm so conflicted because I don't have Christina Ricci in.
I don't either.
I have her.
Are you going Sabrina?
Yes.
I could be convinced of why Lotus gets 4. I could be convinced.
Man, Leslie Manville is super compelling, but I will say with Sabrina Impacciatore, she is very much a compelling part of that season. She holds because her storyline is separated from like everyone else except for like the one I forget her name. So I definitely think that voters will pick up on her, and I also do think she does ring to me as someone who kind of gets randomly nominated because we're gonna get a surprise, and to me she makes the most sense. But
I feel like we could get some sort of vote splitting for the White Lotus, but I think there'll be enough votes all around for that show where they just all get in anyway. Like people will be going their different ways, but at the end of the day, all of them get an on. So
Jack,
that's my word.
So do all of you guys have Sabrina then?
Yeah,
I don't have Sabrina.
I have Manville.
Jack, what do you have?
I have those top 6. Then I have Christina Ricci at 8, and I was between Leslie Manville or Olivia Cook for House of the Dragon.
Oh, okay.
Olivia Cook is, I think, a standout on that show. No,
I think she is very good. I just don't know if there's enough support generally.
Yeah, me either.
No, I don't think there is, but
so
Carol Burnett doesn't feel like something that would happen to me.
She is a standout. She
is. I don't know. I don't believe there's as much love for that show as everyone else does.
Potentially.
Well, I think you're outvoted on that one.
Yeah, I am. Yes.
Yeah.
So she's in.
So we can have Carol in, and you're the only one that has Christina in, which very well could happen. I just don't think Yellow Jackets is going to get as much universal support.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I just don't know who else to put in.
So then I think I'm the only one that has Leslie then.
Well, Jack said maybe.
No.
I said
Oh,
maybe.
yeah.
It's between her or Olivia Cook. Yeah.
She's my 9.
Okay. I mean, Sabrina would be my 9.
I think Sabrina
No.
is the more consensus pick, to be honest. The two
Yeah.
of us
I'm
have a
I'm
definite
fine.
one.
I'm fine going Sabrina. I'm not entirely convinced that White Lotus picks up 4, and
Yeah.
I do like I don't know. I feel like Leslie Manville makes a lot of sense. It fits like the profile of nominees, I guess, that they like in this category.
Yeah.
She has a scene, she has an episode. Like I
could
I don't
totally
know.
see it.
She should
No,
be
but-
good.
Yeah, she was good.
I'm fine with going Sabrina though if we're more people are feeling that.
Yeah.
I'm definitely feeling that, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So this is our list, and then we didn't even talk, but Jennifer Close is winning this category. Like, come
Oh,
on.
yeah.
We can move on. Okay, support nectar. We got Tommy Wamsgans,
Get him
triple
in
play
there.
Tom himself.
CEO.
Yep. Yeah.
Spoiler alerts.
yes. Sorry.
Yes.
Okay, so then everything else here. I mean, we're basically gonna have the same conversation here with Success and White Lotus. How many nominations can they get? I think Alan Ruck is in. Like,
Yeah,
in.
I do
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
I do too. Although I have
Um,
Marie Abraham above him.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah,
with
I do
that.
too.
And then Giancarlo, Adriano.
He doesn't
I know
have a
you brought up
ton
with
to do.
him
I didn't.
before.
Man, he's possible, but he missed.
They could just name check him.
Yeah, this is what I'm thinking. Like, even though he doesn't do as much, he is still a big part of that show, and he is still a face of that show to some extent. I don't know how he's got this status, but like, if people are liking Better Call Saul, there is a very distinct chance they do just, name check.
It's
Did
entirely
he also just
possible.
win a Winter Award? And I know it's like
Yes,
up.
yes, but
But-
remember that season that
Right.
Critics' Choice where he won for part 1 and part 2 combined, and he had a lot
Right.
more to do in part 1.
Yeah, this is one of the few that I haven't seen. I'm sorry, everybody. I
I mean,
haven't.
if you want to predict him, I
said
get it, but I don't have him in.
I'd
Okay.
still keep him in. I don't think he deserves to be number 2. I don't think he's solidly in, but I would have him in tentatively.
Okay. Everybody seems to have him, and I don't want to not have him.
Yeah,
But the arguments are compelling for not having him. Like, Jack, do you have him in?
I do, but I don't have him at 2. I have him at 8.
No.
I have
That's
either
what I'm
him
saying. That
or
feels more.
Jonathan.
We can put him
Banks.
in and lower
Yeah.
him. Well,
I have
we get more
Banks.
people in.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jonathan,
I agree.
yeah.
I have Banks.
I think it could be either or. Yeah.
Because Banks also doesn't have a lot to do, but he has his moments. Unlike
Yeah.
John.
And then I think Skarsgård happens.
Me too.
Yeah. See, I say I don't know if Banks does happen. I think one happens for
Okay.
I
Better
only
Call
think
Saul, but
one
I
of
would
them
be
gets in.
I'd
Yeah.
be going for 4 Succession people, which I know might be.
So let's just drop this
Controversial.
out for now.
Yeah.
No, it's
And then-
entirely possible, but I don't have Nicholas Braun in.
That is
I
very
also don't
fair.
have Braun.
That is very fair. I mean, same
Yeah.
thing with Brian Cox. So I just think the overwhelming support for Succession will just see all these nominations just happen.
Yeah.
I
agree.
feel like even the most loved show will have some pushback, even if minimal, with this new system.
And
Potentially.
like Braun,
I don't think
the
getting
controversy didn't really take off, but we'll see.
No one talks about it, unfortunately.
No,
Neither
no.
with F. Murray Abraham either. So
Right.
No.
Well,
no.
F. Murray Abraham did make some noise, but also I do think he responded in a way that
Okay.
was, that like worked in his favor.
Amicable to voters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Either
for-
way, though,
this
I
is-
will clarify. I do think Braun is the last Succession person to be nominated.
Yeah,
do.
I
he's
would
definitely
agree with
close.
that. Yeah.
So this category is just gonna be a mess. So bear with us, everybody, because like this
Yes,
one,
messy.
this category is probably the messiest of any of like the comedy or drama acting categories.
Yeah.
So what do we do next? Do we have Lithgow in? Do we have Lithgow in?
I have him
I
at 8.
don't. They
Okay.
do love him, but I just don't think there's enough love for the old man as a show.
Here's something I'm wondering: is the old man in the same, like, for lack of a better term, that I can think of right now, perfect word, demographic,
Yes,
as Yellowstone.
I think it is.
I think potentially.
And we've learned that despite that, even though Yellowstone is the king of the middle-aged 50-year-old man
Yeah.
people, it's never touched anything.
I don't have
an
old man
man
getting
as well.
anything.
And Lithgow is an Emmy magnet. Don't get me wrong, and he would be deserving. He's terrific in the show.
Mm-hmm.
But are they going to be like, we don't want to just blindly vote check him again?
Yeah. No, because I mean, I didn't do Bridges either. I just don't think. Yeah, I just don't.
Oh
think
yeah,
I don't have the show.
Yeah,
I have him at 8 though. I do still have him in.
Okay, so I think we can add Esposito. I think if we're gonna we're gonna have somebody from Better Call Saul, we'll put in Esposito, and we can work on the order later. But so we have 3 spots to fill here. Do we have Matt Smith? How do you feel on Matt Smith?
I'm higher on House of the Dragon than I think the rest of you guys are, though. So
yeah. I mean, I could see it. I definitely see it over someone like Paddy, potentially even over Emma, even like as I was nominating them. But I don't think any of them happened personally.
I have Jonathan Pryce in.
I
fine also have him in.
See that? Yeah, I could see that.
If we want to put Pryce in, here I'm just looking at chat. If you guys
possibly
have
another White Lotus actor to get in, I just don't know who to pick.
I have Michael Imperioli because he's Christopher Moltisanti.
Yeah,
I could see that happening. I mean, there's somebody just shouted out Will Sharp in chat.
I have Theo James next.
I would have him.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I'll have him in.
Get behind that.
But
I'd have him above.
Someone else besides Michael got in. Yeah. And F. Murray Avon, of course. I would say Theo James.
Yeah. So my pick,
James Lacey character.
My pick for another White Lotus boy would be Imperioli.
Same, 100%.
Yeah.
So are we going to put him in then?
It's my good then, and then I would go Braun. But if you want to still go Banks, I do think it is, or potentially even one of the other White Lotus ones. I think those are your options you're looking at. I would go Braun personally, but
Braun, Banks. I mean, there's still Lithgow and Matt Smith, but like.
I think we ruled out those 2 though. I think there is valid reasons
for Andor.
Yeah,
that's possible.
That's possible.
What else do I have? We already mentioned.
I don't know. This is also such a weird category. Like,
what if Jensen Ackles gets in
for the boys? Oh,
what if that?
I don't know.
I don't know if acting's going to come along with the boys.
I don't think so. But what if Amazon's
really? What if? But okay. The question is, I think at this point, do we go Braun? I don't think we're doing Banks. I think that we agreed that we're only doing.
Am I the only one with Jonathan Banks?
Yeah, I have.
Because I would only have one Better Call Saul in.
Okay. Yeah,
I think we will have Esposito. So, like,
I could either's possible. I just only.
I'm
only putting room for one.
We'll just basically use this as like a Better Call Saul spot.
Yeah.
We'll cheat and say that that's just someone from Better Call Saul. So then we have Braun or White Lotus boy. So is White Lotus going to get 3 or will Succession get 4?
I think Succession getting 4 is more likely.
I think Succession getting 4, yeah.
So I would say Braun.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Okay. After much deliberation, this is our list of 8. The order, I'm not going to bother with messing with the order. This is our 8. I'm like, we could.
I don't think it's any of our personal 8s, but it's the Democratic 8.
No.
I could genuinely see us going like 4 or 5 of 8 here, though. Like,
I'm only confident in 4 people.
Actually, no, it is my personal weight. Oh, there we go.
Oh, it is. Oh, no, how'd you manage that?
I don't
know. All right. Well done. Moving on. Guest. This should be fun. Melanie.
Yeah.
Harriet.
Yeah.
I would have Harriet.
Probably Harriet.
Melanie.
But the Melanie next.
Yep. And then where are we feeling next?
I'd have Hema Boss next. I don't get the Cherry Jones being that high. She was in the first episode. I don't even have her getting nominated.
I have Hema Boss at 3.
I agree with Hema Boss.
Yeah.
And I actually have Anna Torv at 4.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
But I do have Cherry Jones in.
I have Fiona Shaw next.
I mean, I'm fine with just going top 6.
Yeah, I mean, guest acting.
Yeah,
I'm never sure what constitutes a good guest performance here. So I'm
I
happy
would
to
look
go
out for
top 6.
Claire Foy in The Crown because they just
That would be
love
my
that.
7. Yeah.
My 7 is Storm Reed.
She's
Okay.
also up there. Yeah,
Interesting.
She
Yeah.
has an emotional episode.
She does. Yeah, that is a very good episode for showcasing a ton.
But if we just want to go top 6 here, I'm fine with it. Top 6, move on.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
All right. Obviously,
Yeah.
like
And James Cromwell.
James Cromwell.
Yes.
And I'll say Bryan Cranston is like locked in. Those
It
I think
feels
so.
like
Yeah.
that is the exact type of thing. Yeah, they would do.
and
So
even Andy Serkis, I feel pretty good about.
Yeah, I think he's in the best episodes of the
I have
show.
him at 5.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then 6.
I have Lamar
I have
Johnson.
I also have Lamar Johnson. Yeah,
looking at those lists, I don't think it's Aaron Paul. I don't think they need both Cranston and Paul.
No.
I don't think it's Moed. They're not going to do the Mandalorian anywhere.
I like
can-
Lamar Johnson.
I mean, I could
He's-
see Arian
he's
Moyed
great.
or Aaron
I could
Paul,
see Moyed
but he didn't
but-
do anything.
he
going
does.
with
No.
10, baby. He did that. That was a moment.
Well,
Yeah. Other than that,
Lamar Johnson
But-
was maybe one of the best episodes of the show, and he was a standout. I think.
I think it is a very good pick.
yeah, no, I like Lamar Johnson a lot there. I think Last of Us is going to do really well in these guest categories. So, yeah, no, I like that 6.
Also,
was-
great to see him go from the next step to potentially an Emmy nomination. I will say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird to see.
What?
Weird to see.
wait,
Yeah.
that's him.
Yeah, Lamar Johnson was on the next step. Yeah, West. Yeah, I blew my mind.
Fucking phone.
We've just broke
Holy shit,
Adriano.
that is him.
Yeah. No.
Holy shit.
More
I hate
reason to nominate him.
that. That's hilarious.
All right. We're done with drama. Here we go.
God, this whole thing.
This category.
Limited series is one of the just a limited
It's such a
category.
mess.
They're all save for the lead acting categories.
The supporting
Mhm.
categories are killing me.
Oh my god,
The supporting categories. Oh my god,
it makes you want to quit being a pundit, like genuinely.
I know.
It's so bad. Yeah. No, in our last video is mainly just us being like, Adriano, we have no clue, and then you're just like, I don't know either. Let's just throw names at walls. Beef, Monster, Blackbird are all safe though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have Blackbird at 1.
I know you said that
Oh,
before.
interesting.
I have Beef at 1.
I would
I
stay
also
with
have
beef.
fair.
one.
You can put any of these at 1, and I'd be like, yeah,
Yeah.
fair. Well,
Like,
okay,
people
any of these
love
top 3.
beef.
Any of these top 3, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's a locked 3 probably.
Yeah.
I don't see any of these 3 going.
Some people call Blackbird like a maid kind of thing, and to that I would say, shut your face.
Yeah, I think it was more competitive for the year of Made than it is this year. So I think it's
You
fine.
say that, but one of the nominees
was inventing. Yeah, that's
It
true.
was
That's
inventing
true.
Anna, yeah.
But they also snubbed some good shows. Yeah.
They did. I know, it's so weird. And that
Yeah,
I think
they're
that's
totally
like one of the
good.
reasons why we now have this new voting system.
Yeah.
Probably on it, yeah. Okay. Fleischman, I feel good.
I
Enough.
don't have it getting in, but
I
I have
have
Daisy
it at
Jones in
5.
the 6.
I have it at 5. And I have Daisy Jones at 4.
Yeah, I'd go Daisy Jones. I mean,
Okay.
It was
that
pretty
got
popular.
buzzed. That got talked about. Yeah.
And
Also,
Amazon is
just
fine.
really quickly, there was a comment asking about Solitary Eyes. It is not eligible.
Sadly.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the eligibility or how it works, but it's not. You know,
I
we'll
just
get a
checked it out.
streamy. We'll get a streamy.
Yeah,
exactly,
George and Tammy's the only on the real. Well, Love and Death, I can maybe see.
I
but
have Love and Death at 5, just because I think it's going to get a lot of acting noms. As we'll get into.
I have the easy 5, which I don't like.
Interesting.
Honestly, a part of me is like, man, George and Tammy or Love and Death might just sneak in there.
Yeah,
It's also HBO. It's really their big thing here.
Right.
But,
I mean, it's their only thing.
Yeah.
it is. White House Plumbers is not happening.
It's so bad.
no, that
It's
is not at
terrible.
all.
It is a bad
Unwatchable.
show. I didn't even.
I
I watched like 2 episodes and I was like, I'm done.
Oh, I finished it. But
Brave soul. Need a
also,
purple heart for that.
also, I watched The Patient recently. It's actually pretty good. I don't.
Okay.
If it gets the actors in, maybe.
Maybe.
I mean,
I
obviously,
wish Swarm
I
could
would
get it.
love if Swarm would happen, but
I
that
wish.
won't.
I gotta get on that. I gotta get on that show. Also,
It's
I
so
watched
good.
Fingers recently. What the fucking weird show, man.
It's so weird. Rachel Weisz is great though. That's what.
Terrific, unbelievable performance.
But I feel like consensus is top 5 here.
Yeah, I feel like it's safe
probably
to go for top 5. Like one of them could probably just get snubbed for something else, but
I think either Fleshman or Daisy Jones is missing. I just don't have enough confidence to actually predict that. What's a Small Lights?
I don't know, but it's getting
know.
I think it's the Nat Geo show. It's getting a lot of buzz for some reason. I don't know why.
Nice.
But
I don't know. We can ignore
it.
Yeah. Okay. Oh,
this is easy.
Sure. We can do TV movie.
Yeah.
It's just the top 5. Yeah.
I mean, I'd love Fire Island to be winning, but
Well, I have a number 5, not Dolly Parton, but something not on Gold Derby.
Oh.
Rye Lane.
Oh. That's eligible?
Yeah, it is.
That should be winning. What?
That should
Do enough people know that's eligible?
And I love Weird Al. Well, I mean, it's on the ballots, so like they're gonna be told.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was eligible.
It is.
That's great.
That hurts.
No, that should absolutely be winning.
Was my second movie is Sundance. Sorry, but Past Lives can't be topped.
Yeah. No, but no, I mean, it's brilliant.
I'll put it on my list.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'd love for that to happen. I don't know if enough people even saw it, but yeah, I know Dolly Parton has happened before. Also, I keep an eye on Reno 911. That could randomly happen. It could. There's absolutely no basis for that, but it just feels like something dumb that they would do in this category. Just because this category is always weird, though. Like, this category is always weird.
They should just get rid of it, but
I don't know. Like they did. Like remember when they snubbed the Fallout last year? Like
I know. I don't want to.
Oh yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
Ew, why'd you have to remind me of that?
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Why'd you bring that up? That hurts.
Like, yeah. Okay, it did happen last year, Reno 911. So like, I'm just saying. Anyways, but yeah, probably Dolly Parton. Reality would also be a fun choice.
Yeah.
Okay. Into the acting. So I don't
know who's winning, but
I have Ali winning.
I would agree. I'd agree.
These are the top here.
Yeah.
I think Elizabeth Olsen. I don't know about safe, but I would have her at 3.
And then I think Riley's next.
I have Riley at 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Elizabeth and did anybody watch the English?
I watched the first episode.
Okay.
I watched the whole show, and my takeaway was I do not think she's getting nominated.
I don't. Okay. I have Rachel and Dominique in the last 2.
Yeah, I think Dominique will be a passion pick. Like, there's so many people who come out of
when there's only 6
raving about the performance.
First of all, I agree in Rachel, so we can put in Rachel.
I have Rachel, even though I think voters are gonna fucking hate that show.
Yeah.
Oh, they will. Yeah.
But she's undeniable.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I have Rachel at 6. I have Elizabeth at 5, and number 4, I have Lizzie Kaplan.
Okay.
I
can see that. I could definitely see Lizzie. I could be convinced of Dominique though.
I think Dominique is a passion pick. I think.
Yeah, which I think there is space for now.
I think it's one of the best performances.
How many passion picks I predict because I'm already predicting Rachel Weisz.
Yeah.
You know, there's a limit, and I don't think Elizabeth Olsen is. I think that's just a consensus pick.
Yeah, I don't think that's a passion pick though.
So, I don't know. I'm fine with going Dominique though, Jack. If you and Thomas.
I just watched that round table, and it's like they spend half the time just raving about her performance. I feel like there's a lot of love for her.
There's a lot of love, so I'm fine with that.
I can accept this 6, but I will say I think Lizzie Kaplan. Yeah, boom, Toni Collette.
Yeah.
Like I think it's between the two of them for sure. Like for the last slot.
Sydney Sweeney could sneak her way in there.
I was just going to say, I mean, she's very popular. She's very good.
If it wasn't, it's a TV movie, so my answer is no.
But also, I'm even worried about reality even getting nominated for TV movie just because of how stupid they can be with that category. So, like, I don't. even
Also,
one.
I don't think Emily Blunt is impossible. Just want to put that in.
She's campaighed a lot. She's been out there,
Yeah.
so it's definitely
Worked.
possible.
I don't know if there's enough talk around the show as a whole.
No.
So
No one
No, I don't
has
think so.
talked about it. I haven't talked
But,
about it
yeah.
since I saw it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we'll go with the 6, but yeah, Lizzie Kaplan definitely could be there. Actor, I mean, obviously,
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
get it out of the
Stevie is.
way.
Yeah.
Aaron
nominated.
Pretty
Stevens,
locked.
absolutely.
Taryn's locked.
Radcliffe
then,
seems pretty locked, especially if Weird is winning. Like,
I do not have Daniel Radcliffe.
I don't have
even
that.
though
my
Weird is
6.
winning,
I'll have Weird winning, but
It's a TV movie. They just
don't
don't go
like
for those
TV movies.
performances.
They
on
don't
top
do
of that,
TV
it's
movies.
a very silly performance. I feel like it's
Yeah.
we need to
I would still have it in. I would personally still have it in.
He's my 7.
He's my
but-
7 too.
I
He's my
remember
6,
last year I predicted the Ben Foster miss, and I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No offense to Daniel Radcliffe, but if Ben Foster couldn't get
It's a
into
better
like,
performance.
that performance,
Yeah.
and Daniel Radcliffe can definitely miss for a parody performance.
They don't do TV movies. So I know I have Steve Carell at 4.
I have him in.
I have him at 5.
I'd
Okay,
say it's
and
probably
Michael Shannon.
I have Michael Shannon, and I have
I have
Jesse
him
Eisenberg.
in.
Eisenberg's my 6.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. I watched The Patient, and I'm like, I don't know how you watch that show, nominate Tom Hall Gleason, but ignore Steve Carell. Steve Carell
Right.
is
Yeah.
And he's also Steve Carell.
He
Like,
got
I
it for
mean,
like morning show and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah.
the morning show wasn't even nominated for series.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so yeah, film drinks dad.
Ewan McGregor.
This should happen, by the way. This is
I
incredible.
just don't think there's enough people who've seen it.
No, I agree, but like it should. Like he's amazing. Um,
Woody Harrelson,
Yeah.
so high. Fuck off.
that's
Please no.
ridiculous. Yeah. But no, are we agreeing on Jesse though? I know Thomas, you think Daniel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine putting Jesse in though. Like,
I watched
I haven't
Fleshman.
seen
I have
Fleshman,
Jesse at 4. I just watched that show, and I'm like, how do you
Yeah.
not?
like
not
I've
get-
not seen Fleischman, so
show?
if you think he's there.
And it's a very Jesse Eisenberg performance, and I definitely like the women more, but he's
Mhm.
terrific.
And again, I don't think Daniel's impossible, but like it's
No,
such a
not at all.
large hurdle to get in for a TV movie. So,
It is. Yeah.
all right, here we go. Time to venture in, supporting.
I have the top 2. Those are for sure.
Yes, top 2, we're good. And then
Everything else?
Why isn't Claire Danes winning? Like,
Yeah.
right.
she's unbelievable.
I mean, Nicey also is. I mean, she's good.
yeah,
That's part of
fair
that
enough,
show.
But, I mean,
But,
fair
yeah.
enough, but like, she's also unbelievable. Oh my god!
Yeah. Okay.
Can I just
I have
really
both the
quickly,
beef.
I just want
actors.
to.
Yeah, I
I
feel like
agree
if
with
beef is
that.
popular enough.
I agree.
I
with
just
this.
want to comment really quickly. There's a comment asking about like could Oppenheimer's release affect Emily? That the voting ended weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be like for like win, which he's not gonna win. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have
Um,
both beef ladies.
I know. I agree with that. I agree with that.
Where's
Michael
Camilla
learned
Morone?
for Monster, I think.
I have Michael Leonard, but
I have that as well.
I have Camilla Morone at 3.
I have her in there. I don't have her at 3, but she's, I think, the best performance on that show.
Me too. I agree. She's the heart of the show, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think she should
Yeah.
definitely. If you're gonna nominate
I'm-
anyone, it should be her.
I'm fine with doing that as well.
And she's put in the work. She's campaigned hard.
Yeah, she has. Yeah,
And then my thought was Cherry Jones.
I've got Lily Rabe just because I have Love and Death in series. So-
Fair enough. Fair enough. But what's 5 Days in Memorial? And first of all, Olivia Colman, Great Expectations.
Not happening.
Dog, I promise. This is my promise to everybody. The industry does not have this like deity level respect for Olivia Colman that Twitter thinks.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be like
They
Helen
never-
Mirren in 1923, where it's something that people think, oh, might just
Yeah.
happen because it's a big name, but likely it is, it won't.
It's the person
What
thanks
is
for
a
making the
small
thing with
light?
What's a
light.
small light? I just
I don't-
Please tell us what is it?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, does anybody really want
I
to go
don't.
for something here?
I'd
I
say
do.
Lily Rabe.
Go for it.
I have someone.
Okay.
Nabaya B for Daisy Jones and the Six.
Okay.
Okay.
Where is she?
She's in there. I have
Billie
her.
There.
There
Okay.
you go.
There she is.
I'm
She
fine
was
if you want to do it.
I mean, I
I,
don't
like-
have any options, so
I mean, those women, the three
Billie
women-
Eilish for Swarm.
yeah, I just
Fuck off.
Suki
Suki Waterhouse, I have no idea why people are predicting her.
Yeah,
She didn't do
she wouldn't
anything.
be the one.
Um,
Don't want to do her.
You
Yeah,
guys, if you guys are cool doing it, I think she has her own
Yeah,
episode.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh god, we have one more. I forgot.
No, that's just the last. That's all 7 slots.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I
I don't know
like
why.
there's an 8. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, it's because you clicked on Suki by accident, and then
Yeah.
Got it. Then add an extra one. Cool. No, okay, cool. Then there's our 7.
cool.
Okay.
That works for me.
That's
That
my
works for
7.
me. Nice. That I'll take. It's a mess of a category.
Order
Mess of a
aside.
category.
Yeah.
Okay. Paul Walterhauser, yes.
Cool.
Richard
Yeah.
Jenkins, yes.
Winning
Don
deserved.
Wilkinson, yes. Ray
Yeah.
Liotta, yes. Young
Yeah.
Mazzino, yes.
Yes.
Do you agree?
Oh,
Probably.
100%. I have Young
Yeah.
Mazzino 4.
Yeah,
I have
I agree with that.
probably will happen.
I don't think Plemons, honestly.
If they watched all the show, if there's a supporting actor to nominate, it would be Tom Pelphrey. I think he's he's the standout of the last 2 episodes. He's incredible. But I worry that they maybe only watched like the first 2 or 3, which Jesse Plemons is much more prominent in.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
He kind of disappears in the second half. Since I couldn't
I have
figure it out,
Murray.
I have both of them, and they're both the Love and Death guys. But
Okay.
Okay.
Who else is
I-
Murray?
I don't.
Okay.
I could see
Okay.
Murray. I don't have a clear top
I can
7
see
here
him.
personally laid out. But I can see.
If I'm predicting Murray, I'm predicting Kumail too. To me, that's another situation. If you nominate one
True.
or the other, but I also don't
Yeah,
think that
sure.
that show did anything.
What about Greg Kinnear?
I mean, my favorite limited series of the year. I don't really remember him.
no, he's not.
I mean,
Just
Joseph
for-
Lee is there if you want to do 2 beef ones again.
I have Joseph Lee in.
Yeah.
and I
yeah,
also
I
have-
could see that.
I also have Ronnie Burford in. I've had him in for a while now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. I like Joseph
That's
Lee
awesome.
being in. I know. I have Murray Bartlett, but
I can-
I get what you're saying.
I can budge on Murray Bartlett.
Okay. Do we want to go Murray? Like
I'm Team Tom Pelphrey, but
I know you're Team Tom Pelphrey.
I would
I
go
have
Murray.
both of the Love and Death guys. But yeah, Murray probably makes more sense, I guess.
If you're doing Murray, yeah. Or
Yeah.
someone will say a small light is about the people who helped the Frank family hide during the German occupation in the Netherlands. It also focused on Dutch resistance. Okay.
I'll add it to my watch list.
I feel like if we haven't heard of it, I don't know if voters have.
Probably too late for it to surge
Yeah,
because I'm
Yeah.
just hearing of it and voting ended. So
like a while
Yeah.
ago.
Interesting. No, I think that Young Mazzino is quite strong, honestly.
yeah,
Okay, so this our list. That's what we're going with.
I think so.
I think that's everything. I'm not gonna do competition or reality program or anything.
yeah, I don't know
So
about that stuff.
I think that's everything.
I think that
I
is.
think we've
Okay.
done it. Only took us an hour and 22 minutes. But yeah, that is it, and that is our final Emmy nominations predictions. So the nominations will be announced on Wednesday morning. So in less than 48 hours, we will have
Fun.
Emmy nominations for this year. And
Can they please
we'll be
announce
doing-
the supporting categories during the actual instead of
know.
like we don't have to go online and look them up? Like
That's so
Yeah.
stupid. Why do they do that?
I don't
It's so
know.
dumb. It's so dumb. But yeah. So we'll be doing some group. Me,
Yeah.
Thomas, maybe Sam. So, I don't know. Some of us will do a reaction on this channel, and I'm sure Adriano and Jack, you'll find their reactions on their channels respectively. So make sure you go check them out. I will be putting their links to their channels in the comments, all those types of things. So definitely make sure that you check them out because they're lovely. Their channels are lovely. So that is it, though. That is it. Thank you everybody so much for watching live. There's consistently a solid group of you in here the whole time. So thank you everybody for sticking with us through this marathon of a stream and engaging the whole time. And I mean, we'll see. Emmys are rough. We'll probably get a lot wrong, like a lot.
Yeah.
But you know, hopefully,
That's part of
hopefully,
fun.
yeah. Hopefully we did all right. Hopefully we did all right. But anything that you guys wanna say before we head out?
I'll take that as a no.
All right.
I think we covered everything.
All right. Cool. Well, once again, definitely go check out Jack and Adriano. You can find all of our social media and stuff in the description. But until next time, thank you everybody so much for watching. Stay safe, everybody, and goodbye. And